Distinguished participants, distinguished professor of MERI University, dear student, it is very nice for me to come back here again and then to talk a little bit about what the university should be like in the future. By the way, can I have my slides? So I think that today I'm also very I'm also very much delighted to come here again. And I believe that you also, for many disciplines and many programs within this university. So I will give you some thought about what the university in the future should be. So next slide, please. So I think that we are from Southeast Asia. I think that you know about Southeast Asia. We have altogether 10 countries like Thailand, Philippines, Myanmar, Vietnam, and Malaysia, Indonesia as well. So in Southeast Asia, it's not far away from India. But Southeast Asia right now, it's like the world fulcrum. The reason that I say this because we are like the middle way between East and West. We also the fulcrum between India, China, and the US. And I think that during the Vietnam War, we also have proved that Southeast Asia is quite important geopolitically. So I think that right now, it's also again that we have to play a good role because otherwise, if it is unbalanced, it will not be good to the world economy and the world peace. Secondly, Southeast Asia is like the emerging economy. We also have many countries like Vietnam, they also keep up very fast. In Thailand, in Malaysia as well. And then we can see that in the future, since we have a lot of geopolitical problems, like students who like to study in some country, but they cannot go because of the international politics. In some country, they might like to have the Western kind of education, but it is not possible because of the problem. So we think that in the future, Southeast Asia, when I say the fulcrum, we also like to be the gateway of knowledge between East and West. Like we also think that even China and the US has a lot of problem, but a lot of students, they also like to have different kind of education. Should we provide that to our new generation or not? So I think that in Southeast Asia, there we have three things. The first one is that we are the fulcrum of many forces. Secondly, we are emerging economy. We have altogether about 600 million population. And thirdly, we can see that we can play the role as a gateway of education for the new generation between East and West. Not only one way, but also the other way around. The one who like to know more about the Asian wisdom, we also can act as the gateway as well. Because like India, like China, you also have a bunch of knowledge that should be able to educate the world. Next slide, please. And then what we have done with some of our country, like in Nepal, we also working with a college in Nepal, and then they study 3 years in Nepal, and after that they come to study in our university for 1 year, and mostly for cooperative education or doing some internship in the company, and then receive the degree from Siam University. And then I think that they might like, the government of Nepal might like what we have done with this college. So on the 1st of next month, the Prime Minister of Nepal and Prime Minister of Thailand will sign the MOU about educational partnership and ask me to be the one to sign with the President of Kathmandu University. We think that this is one of the possibility that we can do together, because I think that we're talking about the global competency. We're talking about the new generation. We don't too much serious about where they come from or where ethnically they belong to. But all of us, we have the same roles and responsibility to our world and our shared future. Next slide, please. So the other thing that we have done as the gateway of education between East and West is that we work with some university in the West and provide the opportunity for Thai people, from students from even from Myanmar and from other countries like from Indonesia, from Vietnam, to have the Western kind of education. Even some of them might not be able to go because of the geopolitical problems or because of the economic problems. So we also have the double degree program between Siam University and La Trobe University in Melbourne, Australia. It means that someone from Myanmar, that they have a lot of problem with their politics. They like to have a good education, but they might not be able to go to Australia. They can come to Thailand and then to finish degree, and we call it double degree program. It means that within 4 years, they will get the degree from Siam University and the degree from La Trobe University in Australia at the same time. And the next project is that we're doing with Victoria University in Canada. And we also plan to have one more in the UK. So we try to make our roles for the new generations to have less boundary of knowledge, because of they live in some particular part. We try to make it possible. So this is the second thing that I like to mention, that is the Global Academy. This is what we have done with other universities to provide the opportunity for the new generation. And thirdly, next slide please. With Japan, we also have another cooperation, that is we try to have the student camp to learn from each other about sustainability. As you know, nowadays, sustainability is quite important, because it's not only you know the knowledge, but you have to be able to apply the knowledge into the way that you protect our own planet. So what we have done is that we work with that university in Japan to have the equal number of students to come to Thailand and to go to the Japan at the same time. Within the same year, it means that the student don't have to pay the tuition fees because of the equal number. So every year they come to Thailand, and then Ying also helped with me to have the student camp in sustainability in Thailand. And in Japan, they also can do the same, or the other way around is that they can provide us to learn Japanese language in return. So in this way, I think that it's also the benefit the new generation. So next please, next slide please. So this is probably the end of the slides. So these are the three examples of we are doing. So my point is that in the future, the university should be an open platform for education for the new generation. Lessen the boundary, putting more opportunities. We also like to work with you. We also like to work with institutions in Asia, especially this institution. And I think that the future of us and the future of our world is depend on the new generation. If the new generation has the opportunity to enrich the good quality of education, if they also understand how to work together, how to make the friendship to each other and how to make themselves to be the good friends of environment and protect our planet, then we can ensure that we have the good future to the world. Otherwise, there will be a lot of problems. So what I like to say is that we like to see the boundaryless collaboration between institutions for the benefit of the new generation. Thank you very much.